her letters, she uses a regular typewriter. She is fast and accurate, but she has Polly check her letters. Being blind, she cannot permit herself the casual mistakes of the seeing. The vibrations of a buzzer, Helen knows when it is time for lunch.
Oh, how amazing she was. Blind and deaf. And she learned how to speak and communicate by touching someone's palm and them touching her palm, and learned how to type on a regular typewriter without braille on it, just a regular typewriter. Isn't that remarkable? That's just amazing. That's noteworthy. I mean, it really is incredible. It's quite an incredible story, which I really don't believe. If you see what I'm saying, I'm very suspicious of this whole story. Might want to question it and why she's so famous still to this day. If you see what I'm saying, it might be a big psyop. How would you learn if since a baby you were deaf and blind? By somebody just touching your palm, you're going to learn whole language that way, drawing on your palm? How are you going to understand what they mean?
Flowers are among her greatest pleasures.
This doesn't seem fake at all, does it? Doesn't seem scripted at all. I mean, people buy this stuff because if you look at the comments, they've made her into an idol, into a hero.
Innocent gender.
Oh, wow. Oh, genius and an angel. She was a socialist, at least according to what was written. I think it's somewhere in the comments. They even talk about her politics. Just incredible. God gifted. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Too many crickets. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Noor Fatima? Wow. Oh wow. What an incredible woman. I could never grasp typing in high school, and she did it with being completely blind, dude, and deaf. Nobody could even tell her, hey, this is a typewriter, tap on these keys and you're going to write a letter. They couldn't explain it to her because she was deaf and blind. But yeah, it's pretty incredible what people will buy. I have my doubts, let's put it that way. I have my doubts. I'm not sure where they go into politics here, but anyway, I'm going to go up again. They love giving you fictional, quote, heroes. Einstein is another one, of course, an obvious one. Stephen Hawking is another one. I mean, they love doing that. They love it. They just love it. And some, quote, truther channels will try to convince you that they get tired of mocking you and mockery. They love mocking you. Let's put it that way. They love it. They get off on it. These demons never get bored with that. They'll keep this shit going for centuries if they can. It's the way they are. I mean, look at how old this is. And everybody basically alive today in Canada or United States has heard the name Helen Keller, at least heard the name. Super famous, long gone, long dead, but super famous. I mean, think about it.
Helen's home is not a sad place, because she is not a sad woman. She is extraordinarily gay. She goes toward each new experience with the joy of a child. On weekdays, there are only three for lunch. Helen and Connie, and Anne, who comes in to help them with the housework. Their days are too full for social engagements. But at tea time, they relax and catch up with their personal mail. Friends may come in.
I have to jump in here. I think Helen should have been pouring the tea for them. I mean, she knows where all the cups are. I'm sure she knows everything. It's just incredible. It really is. It really is. Oh, man. What couldn't she do? Could she drive a car and fly a plane? Like, I don't think there were any limits on Helen Keller, right? Kind of like Stevie Wonder. There's a lot of stories of celebrities saying, Stevie Wonder's not blind. He can see. He can drive. I'm not kidding you about that. They love to fool the masses and mock the masses. They just love it.
Talk may turn to politics or world affairs. Helen has strong views on these, and she has the courage to express them even when they are not popular. She also likes a good story and appreciates a joke as much as anyone else. So it's amazing.
Just amazing, just remarkable. Here's the fake globe, and this is 1919 footage. Why is there so much footage of Helen Keller from 1919? I mean, when you talk about footage back then, it wasn't like these days. So, does this seem like a well-orchestrated hoax to you? Perhaps? You can distinguish colors just by the touch. Isn't that miraculous? That's just amazing. That's incredible. That's magnificent. That's glorious, is what it is. It's glorious. That's just glorious. Does that seem real to you? Does that seem believable? Did you see him coming? I mean, oh man, I'm shaking my head. Just incredible. Seemed to have footage of everything. to do with her and her brother, and it's just remarkable, isn't it? Let's skip ahead a bit past this footage, and let's skip ahead a bit. Helen Keller seems like her whole life was just part of a documentary film. In 1919, look at this footage from. I mean, where was the camera mounted? It's pretty incredible. It really is.
The giving would redeem them.
How remarkable. I wonder if there was anyone in that crowd that was questioning this and thinking, what am I looking at here? You know, like a critical mind.
Bring you hope. Imagine a better world and you can create it. You will have it. You can rejoin the community. Her example of hope was fundamentally important to the establishment.
She seems to navigate pretty well for being blind and deaf, doesn't she?
Democratic society in Japan. And to this day, Helen Keller is a revered figure to the Japanese people.
Oh, man, can you believe this? Wow. I'm going to switch to something else.
When peacetime travel is possible, Helen Keller becomes, in her own words, an international beggar. Helen never shrinks from public speaking, although she knows her speech always requires Polly's careful repetition. Helen Keller's Indian odyssey begins with Prime Minister Nehru, who treats her as a member of the family and personally makes travel arrangements which ease her heavy schedule. In 10 weeks, Helen holds 18 press conferences, establishes a national fund for the blind and deaf, endows 9 schools for handicapped children and adults, and as always, she gives her unique personal encouragement. Radhakrishnan, India's...
Want to take a look at that again?
Radhakrishnan...
How did she find where his face was with her hands so easily? She's completely blind. Seemed to reach out and know exactly where his face was and head and exactly where his cheeks were and everything. Just remarkable. She was just remarkable.
His own influential support of her programs, and in Delhi, thousands come to hear her speak.
Prayerfully, I look to you and to the people of Delhi who will operate in work to cooperate our work that shall renew the lives of the blind with inner light, that shall renew the lives of the blind with inner light. Thanks unto you.
Glorious, just glorious. Has to be real. Doesn't it? It has to be real.
Is the only existing record of Annie Sullivan's voice. When I
She call it a so-called act, part of their so-called act? Act, like acting, actors? I mean, look at this.
First see, by putting her hand on my face, how we talk with our mouths. She felt the vibration of the spoken word. Instantly, she spelled, I want to talk with my mouth. That seemed impossible. But after experimenting for a time, we found that placing her hand in this position, the thumb resting on the throat, right at the larynx, the first finger on the lips, the second on the nose, we found that she could feel the vibration of spoken words. For instance, the throat, she feels the G, the hard G, the. And on the lips, she feels and the K sound. On the lips, she feels the B, and with the second finger on the nose.
Don't get ahead of yourself, Helen. I mean, you got to stay in character here. I wonder if she can tell the color of those flowers. I know the footage is in black and white, but I wonder if she can tell the color of those flowers behind her just by. We're gonna take this seriously just by touching them or just by looking at them. I know she can't see, of course. They say that she was blind, but oh, man, oh God, what a world this is! What a world! There's so many lies here, so many deceptions, so many hoaxes, so many psyops, so many frauds. It's endless. It's just fucking endless, man. It's endless. It's truly endless. I'm sorry, people. I can't help it. This world is so messed up. It's just so messed up. Oh, God. God damn. Jiminy crickets.
The first word she learned to articulate was the little word it. With the hand in this position, I made the vowel I. She felt it. I. Then I made the T.
It's a handsome
She
woman.
feels it with the finger on the
Look
lip.
at the hand.
On my lips.
Look at the hand.
Then I
My
put the two
Helen,
letters
what
together
big hands you
to
have,
form
my
the word
dear.
it.
Oh, my goodness. Look at the size of those fingers.
And the first word was learned. And not dumb now.
No.
Oh, look at that duper's delight. Look at that smile. Oh, man. I'm going to end it here. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this. I could barely contain myself watching this because so much of it just seems like, just seems like an act. That's the way it seems to me. So take care, everyone. Bye.